progress into the second round. Unfortunately for the Sergeant machine.
No, well, it's Chicago Shootout, so we'll see all of our the brackets that we have on Chicago Shootout are the Iconico Boosted Outlaws.
Yes.
The Extreme Bikes, Speedflow Junior Drag Bike.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the three categories, that are running on Chicago Shootout. So we'll see each of those categories back for 3 rounds of racing, and then we will then have every other category will be elimination. So if your win light doesn't come on, that's this race meeting done, and you'll have to come back next week.
Yes, or you can go and cook a barbecue for the rest of the crew.
Yes, that's right. Well, there's plenty of stuff to do. You don't have to go home. It's just, unfortunately, your racing for the day is done. All right, our next pair sitting in the fire-up box, we have Darryl Walford down there in the Fiat Topolino. He's in the Aeroflow lane, dialed in with a 680, taking on Paul Wood in the Chevy Camaro for PWW Builders. And Paul has dialed in with a 7 flat, so 0.2 of a second head start going to the Camaro. The Altered will have to chase him down. Half a light, the handicap on the start line.
Yes, the lights go down at 0.400 in between, approximately the same amount of time as you blink.
All right, so we can see our start line crew just working on a little bit of fluid there around, what would you say, Les, the 90-foot mark, something like that?
Yeah, there's 60 plus 30,
about where the Sergeant car stopped at the burnout.
Yes, yeah, it didn't go very far.
Yeah, I can't see anything from up here, but I'm not on the ground, so.
Yep.
But we shouldn't be down too long with that. It's just mops and thinners, and we'll be back underway with the rest of the first round of the Chicago Shootout. Supercharged the Outlaws. Their first round of the Chicago Shootout, as I say, is points-based, so it'll come down to whoever's got the most number of points in the third round of the shootout, and then if there's a tie, it'll come down to race control and the track regs to see who wins the round points, usually closest to dial in.
Yep.
And then from there, we then decide our finalists. So hopefully we get an incident-free race from there on. Of course, not only for Boosted Outlaws, but for all of our categories here tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like a pretty glorious afternoon out there.
Yeah.
This afternoon might be a little bit chilly. We had a little bit of a wind blowing before, but there's barely a cloud in the sky.
Yes, well, that opens the door for a real cold and frosty rather than a foggy night. But this is not as high as Canberra, so we won't need to worry about altitude that much. Yeah, I might just...
All right, Darryl Walford completed the burnout in the Fiat Topolino. He's in the aeroflow lane, taking on Paul Wood in the Chevy Camaro. As I said, there's 2/10 head start going to the Chevy Camaro in the Rocket lane. The Fiat will have to chase down the Camaro. And all things going equal, the two cars should be side by side at the finish line. Listen to those cars coming into stage on the supercharger. 680 the dial in for Darryl Walford. 7-0 the dial in for Paul Wood.
Oh, just about ready to go. Here we go.
On the two-step for Wood, away with an 0.52 line. Walford very loose, and I think has taken out the 330-foot cone, handing the win to Paul Wood there, and Wood will take the around points. Did go a little bit under the dial in there, but if Walford took out the 330 marker, then it's first or worst, and crossing the centre line is a safety infraction.
So that trumps them all. It's that's the worst you can get, a safety infraction.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's usually crossing the centre line, touching the wall, those sorts of things. So we've seen national championships lost because of that. There was a car I remember on a solo going into had to win that round, and the racer they were racing against, I think, was the competitor for the championship, and one car red lit, which handed the championship to one car, but the second car nudged the wall just ever so slightly with the tyre.
Yeah.
And the decision was reversed.
Oh, right, okay.
Jubilation for one and heartbreak for the other.
The other.
It was always going to end that way.
Yes. It's the way it is. Every time you come up to, once you get up to the start line, everything's up to you. Now, Peter Pisalidis, or Pisalidis, from Altona in Victoria. This is a extremely, extremely fast car. Sponsored by Race Glides, M&M Transmissions and Precision Turbo for Peter. And we've got Jamie Robertson from North Richmond in New South Wales, the McKinney Altered, running a Hemi 526. And Peter in that Chevy Corvette is running a Hemi 509. So we've got boosted Outlaws, both cars. That's the terminology these days for the classification. Boosted Outlaws, but the class is, well, supercharged Outlaws. So it gives it a bit more impetus. All right. So, we're just waiting at Jamie Robertson is the, now Peter's in.
Now the difference is here for both these cars, Jamie can go in on idle, where Pistol Pete, he's got to go in with a little bit of boost on board, otherwise the car may not perform as expected. So Pizzolitti's car will probably want to leave the start line a little bit quicker than Robinson's car.
And there he is building it up.
Robertson 076 on the tree, moving around as Alton's do. The Corvette up the side, and will not. He got there first, but went too quick. Got there by 600s, went a 667 with a 7 on a 669, handing the win back to Robinson for the round points. Went 711 with a 1 on a 698. Wow.
Gee. Oh, well, what an 076 and a 158. Robertson was out. He was like a bullet out of a gun there, an 076.
Yeah, well, Pizzolides went 1007 to the 60 foot, so nearly a sub 1 second 60 foot. So that car left pretty hard, but my eyes were on the alternate. Made a big move towards the centre line at around about, I'd say 600 feet thereabouts, if memory serves me correct. But to his credit, Jamie stayed in the throttle and took the round points.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mike Sampson on the live stream, watching from Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, in the USA. There's been plenty of motorsport happening in Knoxville.
Yes.
Recently, in the last week or so, of course, with the annual Speedway, the week-long annual Speedway Knoxville Nationals.
Yes, well, there's two Knoxvilles.
Oh, is there? Yeah. That's probably the wrong one, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's Knoxville, Iowa is the big one, and Knoxville, Tennessee is that's the difference.
My apologies to all of our Speedway fans. I didn't realise there was two.
Yeah, no, there is two. And the most popular town is Springfield, where the Simpsons are from. There we go. Look at that, Brody Davies. Nice burnout, nice and straight. Seem to be in control all the time. We've got the IHRA officials down there. Keeping an eye out. He's doing good, the young fella. And out of junior dragsters into something like this. Who needs that? Oh, I reckon Mum and Dad would be sort of like really proud. There we go, locking it all up. Brody Davies. Our number 7 qualifier with an 8.166 at 86. That's because he's, some of these passes are on licensing passes, and you'll see 86 miles an hour. It should be more like 186 miles an hour, but there are stages and processes that everyone has to go through to be able to drive at that level. And the young fella is put his hand up. Hope it's a really good run for him as well. Crew standing at the back there. Okay, he's pre-staged.
He'll come up on the two-step once the second light comes on. .106 to the 60 and shuts the car down. Not long after that, I think, from what I can see, is a little bit of tyre shake mark from up here, right in the centre of the groove, where the tyre wants to try and drive over itself. Leaves like a tractor tyre style mark on the racing surface.
Yeah, or a tracked vehicle like a
yeah, what you'd expect a tank or similar to leave on the start line. Can be very, very violent, and some racers know that their car's going to tyre shake and they learn to drive through it, but obviously better if you don't get it at all. And it looks like Brody just about around turnaround. And we'll get ready to move into extreme bike, will be our next category.
Yes, a couple of... we've got the Harley-Davidson Destroyer. Looks like Alex Borg this time. Fast racer that guy is. That kid is.
Yeah, he went 208 while you were out, I think, Les. So,
did he?
Yeah.
There you go. 208. I love those speeds. These guys, absolutely crazy. Here is Alex Borg and Cheryl Beddoes. Cheryl from Ellis Lane, New South Wales, Joe Curry Motorcycle Transport, sponsor. Our number 5 qualifier in the class. And the Harley-Davidson Destroyer, 1370cc. It's all set up. She's a really, really good rider. Alex Borg, Holgate, halfway down the strip at some of the speeds that he gets to, you expect him to stand up there. Oh, red light, no.
Oh, he didn't need to go 030 red on the tree.
No.
754 with a 2, 187. Beddoes goes a 907 with a 5, 141.
Gee, she must have seen that.
Yeah.
Well, the reaction time for her was the 784. The lights would have been flashing, you know, in her favour. But anyway, that's they'll be around for these another Chicago's. Is this the Chicago?
Yes, this is one of the other.
This is one of the other ones. Good. So Michael Riches in the Rocket Lane. It's no dial-ins here. It's just heads up. Extreme Bikes and Knives in New South Wales. Formation Riders sponsored. Team Digger Motorsports sponsors, along with Crew Leathers. Deanne has a party. Oh, Deanne gets out. Oh, but it's a red light. Automatic win for Mike Richards as a party racing. So Michael Richards there, an 866 at 151. But Deanne has a party, runs an 834 at 177. Wow.
She's been creeping up on it, hasn't she?
Hasn't she? Yes.
Doing very well.
Yeah, and she's in control all the time. The bike runs really, really straight. David Franks from Blacktown in New South Wales as a party racing, GSF Energy. Suzuki Hayabusa 1300cc. Also sponsored by GSF Engineering. Well, engineering. I thought that was energy. Engineering and Frank Brothers Racing. Frank's Brothers Racing. And number 1 qualifier here today. 7188 at 188 miles per hour is David's. Let's see if he can go close to it. Hayabusa. Oh, look at it go. Look at it go now.
Yeah, doesn't it? It just builds the speed, doesn't it? 201.43 mile an hour. That's 320-ish kilometres an hour off the top of my head. 703 with a 4. Has that bike gone a 6 before, guys, or are we... Nope, no reaction. All good.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we worked out the other day, I was in America when Brittany Force ran that 343 miles per hour at Seattle in Washington State. That's 552 kilometres per hour.
Yeah, that's scary,
isn't it?
It's like I'm just pointing this thing in that direction and
that's it, and it's over such a short distance. Okay, Jack Matosevic from Bradfield in New South Wales, Modern Style Kitchens, Ford XD. Cleveland 357. That's a stout performing car for a big sedan. Chris Samet from Doonside. This is Super Street. Oh, look at that, an 035 red. First is worst. Jack Matosevic was also red at an 024, but Chris Samet was broke out by the larger amount.
Jack's lucky that he had the quicker car there, otherwise would have been in trouble.
Yes.
Took the opportunity to test the dial in and broke out as well. But that's all good. He'll still get the win and move into the next round.
You know, that's how we determine winners. That's how it goes through. Zigs and zags. Luke Pele. Knoxville, Tennessee. Oh, good on you, Mike.
Thanks, Trick Ford 460. I don't recall Frank's running that quick with that bike, but I don't proclaim to have a photographic memory when it comes to those sorts of things, but that bike's certainly getting quicker and quicker each time out. Another red light on the start line. Luke Pellet in the Sandman Ute is going to take the scalp this time around, move into the next round.
Yes, that's right. And for Christian Nordbergen and from Cooranbong in New South Wales, a breakout as well, ran at 10.71, which was quicker than his dial-in. Okay, Henry Spickak now in Super Street Eliminator, and brought to us by the good folks. The Super Street up against Robert Golotta from Gillaby, New South Wales, Holden LJ Tirana, Trackside Automotive, and Henry Spickak in the Holden Commodore Ute, 6.3 litre, dialed in at a 12.11. He'll get the handicap start at 0.103. Ooh, he's got a bit of an advantage here up against Golotta.
Not too much, about 300s in the start line. Spickak with the advantage. Spickak on the brakes. He's on the picks too early, Les.
Yes.
Golotta got around him, got there by a hundredth, across the finish line, 10.61 with a 7 on a 10.60.
But see, Henry there, he's only had like a couple of 200 or 300s to play with.
My only thought is maybe Spickak was on the picks because he knew Golotta was going to come past him, and then thought, no, I'm not staying in the throttle.
Yep.
And but that's very tricky to do because you've got to stay close enough that the competitor thinks you're right there. You know what I mean? If you back out, right, then they then go, oh sweet, I'll get off the brake on the brake too. Chris Wood down there in the airflow lane, taking on Tex Griffiths, the big Falcon, dialed in with a 1040. The big Plymouth dialed in with a 1039. It's basically going to be a heads-up race.
Virtually a heads-up. Look at that.
Wood with the advantage off the start line. He's got 600ths of a second up his sleeve. The Barra 6.
Up against the 440. Got there too.
Wow, that's That's a bit of an upset. Got there by a 10th of a second across the finish line. Something must have gone away a little bit with Tex Griffiths' car there.
Yeah. Oh, but Tex, a double one. 116 light. That's most uncharacteristic. Mark Elborn now from Marimba in the Rocket Lane, the Holden Ute, dialed in with an 1190, also sponsored by Dialed In Racing, Top Fuel Street, up against David Matosevic. David, so there's three of them here today. And from Bringelly, DCM Consulting in the little Cortina. 065 against an 067. What a race we've got here.
The Cortina with the smallest of advantages, only 2,000ths of a second.
The other one might. Double breakout, but Matosevic by the lesser amount. He runs a 1052 on a 1054, but Elborn, he broke out by a larger amount, and so the win handed over to Matosevic in the Aeroflow lane. Oh, it's going crazy up here. Lockie McCaskill now on the Rocket Lane, dialed in with a 1278. Holden VS Commodore up against Bruce Gruber from Carabara in New South Wales. Holden Commodore with a Holden 383. He's been going pretty quick. He's dialed in with a 1220, so there's one light in favour of Lockie McCaskill in his ute.
McCaskill's got about a bit over a tenth up his sleeve. Out in front at the moment, he's going good. On the skids, and double breakout again. I think that air must have come around as soon as it cooled off. There's a 1274 with a 9 on a 1278 for McCaskill to take the win. Got there by 600ths of a second, and took the win.
Yeah, wow.
Lucky though, because as I said, both competitors have gone under they've broken out, they've gone under that nominated time that they've said that they've estimated the car's going to run, and that's the big equaliser.
That's it.
Our next pair, Peter Varillas in the Falcon, dialed in with an 1190, leaves the 162 light. Bruce Ritchie in the Rocket Lane in the Big Bel Air, dialed in with a 1075, has a little bit of work to do at the top end of the racetrack. I think Varillas should see the win.
Greyhound wins it.
Yeah, that's another breakout. Varillas, with both cars going under again. So, we're just seeing a bunch of red lights flashing on this screen up here at the moment. They flash red when we see a red light or go under the dial.
Yeah, they're all most of them have gone under. There's only been, I think, one red light.
Yes.
in this particular, the Super Street bracket. Oh, wow, it's going. Brought to us by Power Plus. Super Street, love it. Dennis Plessis from Milbera in the Rocket Lane. Dialed in with a 10.53 up against Adam Bowers. Bowers is a pretty seasoned campaigner. Gets the win. Dennis Plessis, an 0.34 on the red side of green. Automatic win. Adam Bowers in that Holden Commodore with a 414 cubic inch engine into the next round. Dennis Plessis broke out as well, so got both barrels from the shotgun. A red light, and then first is worst, so anyway, that's why the win was handed back over to Greyhound. Dave McGlynn, that's right, I got him confused. Morissette dialed him with a 10.73 with an 0.42 light in the Rocket Lane. Brett Stutchbury from Jordan Springs dialed in with a 10.38 and an 0.73. McGlynn has the advantage. He transfers it into a win, transpires it, runs a 10.77 on a 10.73 and 123 miles an hour and gets there first. Stutchbury will have to wait for another meeting and see if he can... Good performance by that member of the Stutchbury clan.
Good to see a clean race.
Yeah.
Mark Bull, unfortunately, leaving a 0.98 red light on the tree. Aidan Stutchbury's going to move through. He's been given the effectively fourth qualifier here. Tests the dial, then goes 10.81 with a 3 on a 10.80. Nothing wrong with that choice of time.
And Blaine Bull there is to complete the run, red lit and broke out at the same time. So that's it. One and done and one by his opposition, Alan Stevenson from Woongarra, New South Wales, the HB Tirana, dialed in at 10.37. Corey Stutchbury, there's the other member of the family there, dialed in with 10.68. A 10.68 is slower than a 10.37, so Corey Stutchbury will get the handicap start. Gets out with an 0.12.
Nice.
Oh, no, he's just got to he can just dictate the race from there. Oh, no. 10.648.
It was a big breakout too, by 4/10 of a second. Wow, you know when it's happening, when the breakout's happening, because the computer takes a little bit of time to say this car won, and then sends the signal to the light. But that was a big breakout there for Stutchbury in the aeroflow lane.
Wow.
Had it in the bag. He had 4/10 up his sleeve from the reaction time. Anyway, it is easy for Les and I to say
that's right.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yep.
We're not in the driver's seat, so yep. Philip Armstrong down there in the aeroflow lane, running for KAP Racing in the Racing Engine Developments. 009 on the tree for Sammy Johnson. Joe Johnson, she's got 10.73, the dial in.
Oh, she's got it. Back off.
Yes,
I thought he was going to go too quick.
Yeah, Sammy Joe gets it fair and square. Got there first by 1/10.5.
Yeah, good run too. Phil Armstrong runs a 10.17 on a 10.18. So just under, but just under is just under. Even on 1/1000th of a second is under.
Just giving away that start line just makes the race so much harder.
Yeah, Richard Matosevic from Bringelly in the XY Ute dialed in with the 10.57 in the Rocket Lane up against Craig Warren. Oh, he's a toughie as well. He's dialed in his little Tirana, the Chevy 400, 11 flat. Not much difference. 11 flat is slower than 10.57, so Craig Warren will get the handicap start over here in the Aeroflow lane. See, one and a bit bulbs difference. Oh, red lit by 003.
There was 003 red on the tree from Warren. Knew he had to bring it to the utility for Matasevic with a 005 green. Matasevic runs through for a 10.60, 126.
Yeah, so Richard Matosevic, Yeah, we'll be into the next round. Mark Hopkins now in that little Holden 312 cubic inch powered LX Tirana in the Rocket Lane, dialed in with a 1076. Robert Matesic from Mount Warrigal in 67 Chevy Camaro, dialed in at a 1054. 1054 is quicker than a 1076, so half a orange light between the two, and the handicap will go to Mark Hopkins in the little Tirana up against that big 454 Chevy powered Camaro. Now just waiting now for come down for Hopkins. Here we go. Sequence goes green, green.
Yeah, nice light for Hopkins. Got away very, very cleanly as well. 033 on the tree. The Camaro with a bit of work to do. Looks like it's neck and neck, but I think the Tirana out in front gets there by 300s.
Gee whiz, yeah, look at that.
1082 with a 6 on a 1076 to take the win.
Yes, it was
the Camaro breaking
Matesic,
out,
yeah,
trying to make it up.
Yeah, I think it was about by about 2/10. Adam James now in the Rocket Lane from Calderwood, New South Wales, dialed in at 1023 in the Ford XY Ute, running a Clevo 393, up against Ziggy Adam Zielkowski from Warrington Downs in the VE Commodore, dialed in with 1126. Red lit, automatic win to Adam James. And if that's the case, Zielkowski, yeah, well, I was just going to say, runs the chance of getting there too quick as well, and he did 11.250. Clinton Boredom gets the bye in the Power Plus Super Street bracket we're running here today. Ford XB, Ford 351, dialed in with a 1060. It's a solo run, so you can drive it out the back door. You can red light. You can. Oh no! I thought he might have left way too early, but he didn't. That red light came on and has marked it as a. He can't lose anyway. 1071 on a 1060 at 125 miles an hour. Safe and sound for Clinton Boardman into the next, from Orange into the next round of elimination in the Super Street bracket, sponsored by Power Plus.
All right, Les, off the schedule, our next category will be the Speedflow Junior Dragsters and Junior Drag Bike, which of course will mean we'll just have to set up the finish line for the juniors. So what I've done while we've been commentating, just been texting young Zach to your right there. Zach stepping out of Junior Dragster about a year or so ago, and I'm going to throw him on the mic.
Throw him on the mic, yeah.
We'll have a bit of a chat with Zach, and he can help us commentate.
Right.
Whatever you guys want, I don't know.
Oh yeah, well that's just talking, and this, and
Yeah.
that's talking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we've got special guests up in the commentary box here for the first round of Junior Dragster. It's Zach Ruffalo. Welcome to the commentary box, Zach. I hope you're having a good time out there. What's the weather conditions like, being that you've just come from outside?
Oh, it's very cold.
Yeah?
It's a bit cold, but yeah, keeping warm, and yeah, these guys will be nice and warm in their cars.
Yes, I guess that's one time when you wish that you had a multi-layer fire suit on and a helmet and all the bits and pieces. Not so much the middle of summer, but...
Nah, now it's perfect. You'll probably fall asleep in the car. It's so comfy. But yeah.
And what's the general consensus? Do you have a tip for who might take the win? Or I know you'd be liking to see your brother take the win. But,
yeah, definitely. My brother and cousins would be good to see. But well, probably Zone will be hard to beat as well. All these competitors, they were pretty good. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been a pretty toughly contended class from not only here at Sydney but elsewhere around the country, with all the races mostly being decided by very, very small margins and really good reaction times in that as well. So, which is what we've sort of come to expect from the junior categories, of course. And I don't think tonight will be any different. So going through their start line procedure at the moment, we have Alex Rottenbury in the aeroflow lane, dialed in with a 775, and he's taking on Tegan Smith down there in the rocket lane for APM, stop, slow, traffic control and liquid clothing. Tegan dialed in with a 786, so not too much of a head start going to Tegan in this one.
Tegan's been doing the double today. She's been doing the modified as well.
Yeah. Good to see. She's the second of the family to step into a modified dragster. Is that something where you think you might end up at some point, Zach?
Oh, maybe, hopefully. We'll see what's going on.
Okay, that's cool. It's all good to have a plan and work towards putting something together. Both races have been in these cars for quite some time. I think we saw Rottenbury, he went a couple of rounds at the Winter Nationals up at Willowbank recently, and always tends to go a few rounds at the bigger events around the country that he competes at.
He was in the final with Alex one time here as well.
Yes, he's taken a little bit of hardware away from Sydney Dragway on occasion.
He was hard to beat as well. Didn't like racing him because most of the time the wind light's in the other lane.
You've got to be in it to win it though. Absolutely nothing in the reaction times here at 0.15 for Rottenbury to an 0.04 for Smith. And Smith running a 788 with a 2 on a 786 to take the win. Got there by 300ths of a second across the finish line. Next up, we'll have Marcus Princey in one of the C Junior Dragsters. Zach is dialed in with a 1250, taking on Riley Ito, dialed in with a 772. Now that's a fairly decent handicap. What do you do in this situation?
You got to. Dad always used to say, trust the numbers. You're going to catch them.
Yes.
It's so satisfying when you do, but like the moments for Riley now, going to feel forever when he sees Marcus gone. But all he's got to do is be patient, and I'm probably a bit biased in this one because Riley's my cousin. But yeah, definitely.
That's all right.
Yeah, it'll be good to see this race.
Well, Riley's been driving these cars for a few years now as well, so getting better and better each time out, and we're seeing some pretty consistent lights. Marcus I haven't seen before here at Sydney Dragway, so fairly new competitor to the category, but you never take any race for granted, eh? About nearly a 5-second head start going to the car in the aeroflow lane. Riley still chased the light, went 0.57 on the tree.
Massive back off.
And a 790 with a 0 to take the win. Marcus there, unfortunately, a little bit slow on the light. And car running a little bit off the dial in, but with not too much more practice, I'm sure that those numbers will start to tighten up. Who we got in the rocket lane there, Zach?
Well, we've got Ben Haddad and Jaden. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Yep, Bunisef, yep. Ben, I've been starting his car up today, which has been fun. Of course, hope he can win this one, but yeah.
So you're cousins to all of the ITF cars, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So I've got Ben, Alexis, and Riley, and then Alex is my brother.
Okay, well, it's a pretty.
We've got a lot of cars now.
Some good times down in the pits and stuff like that.
For sure.
So I bet.
The food's pretty good now. They cook it for us, which is awesome. Used to be just the food down the bottom here, but yeah, they always getting food.
Yeah, well, that's good. Nothing wrong with being well fed. Burness F dialed in with a 1271. Another one of the C Junior Dragsters here. So the handicap, four
and a bit seconds.
Seconds.
Ben's just got to be patient and just trust the numbers.
You almost, I suppose, go into a state of mind where you just run your own race.
Yeah, that's all you can do. It doesn't matter who you're up against. You just got to do what's in your control.
So not a bad light there for Jade. But Benjamin with a fair advantage on the start line. Big closing speed difference across the finish line. Double breakout there, Zach. We see both cars going under the dial-in, but Benjamin going under by the least, so he's going to take the win and move into the next round.
Yeah, not by much for Ben, but yeah, you don't want to break out at all. But
no, not ideal, but
bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card.
We've seen a bunch of double breakouts here in the first round of eliminations in Super Street. So maybe I'm thinking once the sun's gone down and with the wind, the cloud cover's pretty much disappeared. So I'm wondering if that's changed the weather conditions slightly, because as we know, the junior dragsters are quite heavily affected by the changing of weather conditions. So perhaps that's changed the atmosphere and therefore the car's making a little bit more horsepower along with that cooler air.
Yeah, that's right. The problem with juniors, though, they're very unpredictable as well.
Yes.
Sometimes you think that and then they somehow run slower. So, yeah, even with a lot of experience, you get caught out with that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Alexis out there.
That's a big red too. 0.179. That's all right. She's still relatively new and she's been going really good though. Just licensing A and yeah.
Yeah, she's been racing for, 6 or 7 months or so, it feels.
Yeah,
like.
that's right.
Not a very long time, so definitely taken to the driver's seat very, very well. Next up, we'll see Emma Leifting take on Lucy Hamilton, another newcomer to the driver's seat here this weekend from Hume in the ACT, running for Perfection Automotive. Hamilton dialed in with a 1313. And Leifting for Speedflow Products in the Aeroflow lane dialed in with an 860. Tree counts down for Hamilton. Lifting off in hot pursuit. A little bit of an advantage on the start line. We'll see one of those cars backing off.
Full breakout for Lucy. Pretty big one too.
Is it? That's a big breakout there for...
12.62.
Yep.
With C cars as well, juniors are all pretty unpredictable, but C cars are really...
Do you think because
really
some of them are slowed down more so to try and keep within that 12... that 12 flat?
That's what it would be. Like, I'm a pretty small guy, so when I was racing, we had so much weight, really held the car back, and that really throws it off.
Yes. I would think the weight would be a better way of doing it than trying to detune it, because obviously in better air, the car would go a lot quicker with a different tune if the engine has the capability of actually producing more horsepower.
And it's easy to control too. Like 5 kilos is 5 kilos. You can add and take that away.
Yep.
The throttle, you take a little bit. It's not very precise.
Yeah.
So we've got Alex out there. He said before, when I told him I'm coming up, he said, say a good thing about him. He got a 000 before. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, well, he was lucky because McNamara went 000 only a few passes after. So your brother was lucky enough to take home the Odyssey Batteries prize, which will be presented at the trophy presentation a little bit later on tonight. So yeah, not every racer gets a 000 light, and yeah, Alex has been running pretty good today as well.
Yeah, he has.
Taking on Robbie Brzezinski from Queanbeyan East. Again, another good light from your brother, Zach.
Oh, he's got the win too. That's good.
7.81 with an 8.74 mile an hour for Rafalo. 8.96 with a 9 for Robbie in the aeroflow lane there. Robbie also had a pretty good light there. They were both O lights.
Yeah, they were both pretty good then.
Next up, we've got Georgia Leifting for Speedflow Products in the aeroflow lane. Dialed in with an 8.02. Taking on Adriana Florimel from Craigieburn in Victoria. Fantastic to see the team making the drive up to Sydney Dragway. Florimel dialed in with a 12.25.
Got a fair few C cars here, which has been good.
Yes, yeah, we seem to have a bit of an influx, but of course we've seen a few drivers move into the next subcategory, so from C to B or B to A.
Yeah, that's right. It's good to see new people coming into the sport as well.
100%. Well, as I said before, the Condellos and Piper Bennett due to race over in the US next July. There's 650 cars estimated to go to that event. I don't know how many days worth of racing it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be
pretty epic.
To win it, you need to go through 20 rounds.
Yes. Definitely not doing that as a Chicago shootout, that's for sure.
No chance.
0.36 on the tree for Florimel to an 0.61 for Leifting. Florimel had the reaction time, but Leifting running right on that dial in there, Zach, taking the win.
Yeah, it's good. Always want to be consistent. Try to be as close to that dial.
Yep. Not seeing as many breakouts here as what we did in the categories before, so maybe some of the drivers taking the opportunity to grab the weather station out perhaps and maybe tinker with the dial-in or have the opportunity to change the tune just a fraction. Next up we'll have Little Misbehaving, Piper Bennett down there in the aeroflow lane, dialed in with a 7.99, taking on Joshua Maggs, who's dialed in with a 7.69, a pair of A and AA junior dragsters.
These cars both look good. Like all the three Maggs cars are well presented, and Piper's car is beautiful too.
Yeah, it is. It sure is. The paintwork would look absolutely fantastic under lights down there. Yeah, the graphics on all the Maggs cars look really sharp too, and it brings the team element together when they all look the same or similar. We're having a bit of a staging duel here, Zach. I think we are.
I don't think I've ever had to be in one of those because I always wanted to be first.
Oh, you want to go in first? Okay.
Always first, because once you go through first, you don't have anything to worry about. Not that you're going to get timed out, but you just got that split second or whatever to breathe.
Yep, focus yourself.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, so Bennett's in full stage. Maggs playing the game here. He's got 20 seconds to move into full stage. In there now. Bennett keeping it cool. The reaction time's fairly close. Maggs with a very, very small advantage.
Going to be close at the line.
The margin of victory, 0.02 of a second across the finish line. Maggs takes the win there.
That's a great race. Both of them were quite close to their dial-in too.
Yes. Not too far away at all. Only a bit over 0.02 of a second, the margin across the finish line. I will admit that's something that I don't miss, Zach, is trying to pick whether I was in front or behind at the finish line.
Yeah, it's especially when you can't look across as well. It's just, that's why it's also good to be chasing as well, because you can at least have some idea where it's going to be. The amount of times where you back off and there's, how do I explain it? You back off and they come back.
Just pip you at the post because of the closing difference in speed. Yeah, it is certainly tricky. And the bigger that differentiation in speed, the harder it is to pick. Our next pair up, we've got Jake McNamara and Archie Florimore. Florimore, the second of the team cars from Victoria. Dialed in with an 857. McNamara with a 795. McNamara, number 4 qualifier in the class. Again, both cars not wanting to go into stage. McNamara the first to move in, bringing that second white light on. Florimore with the red light, 036 red, McNamara with a 173. He's happy to take the win, but I don't think he'd be too happy with the reaction time.
No, you never want to see that. I'm surprised you haven't seen it a little bit more red lights, because at night you react a bit faster.
Yes.
So you tend to see a little bit more reds at night, but
yeah,
at the moment not seeing too many, which is definitely good for the drivers.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, especially with the bright lights, it's easier to pick up the change, but I think nowadays with the LEDs, the light's an instant on. It's not so much like a globe where you can see it actually illuminate. So, you know, of course, no electronic aids in Junior Dragster. It's all done.
That's right, just in between your two ears.
Yep. Edith Maggs now taking on Zane Condello. Condello dialed in with a 785. He'll have to be patient on the start line. He's got 4.15 seconds to wait.
Just got to keep calm and just, it doesn't matter who you're racing against either.
No, I learned the hard way not to take anybody easy, because they're the ones that will beat you every time.
That's right.
Condello, a two-time Australian champion. He's taking his time to get into stage. 3 counts down for Maggs first. Away with a decent light. Zane with a slightly better reaction time. Maggs will hear this car come through at the finish line, and Zane takes the win. 793 with a 5 on a 785 to take it by around 0.2 of a second. Maggs' car running a little bit off the dial in there, Zach.
Yeah, it's sometimes too, with juniors, you go a little bit slower, like when there's more air for some reason.
Yep.
Even smaller. I think my C car, it's been a while ago, so I don't really remember, but my C car would run faster when it was hot.
Yes.
I don't know why, don't know how, but they've got a mind of their own.
It's funny how these, you know, you can build 3 engines all identical, and you'll get one that likes it cool, one that likes it hot, and one in the middle sort of thing, or they'll all run differently.
Or you change a carby and then boom, all of it's changed.
Next up, we see Liam O'Neill down there in the aeroflow lane for Princey Motorsports, dialed in with an 851. Liam recently upgrading to the B Junior Dragster, taking on Savannah Condello in the rocket lane. Savannah dialed in with a 776. So not too much of a gap, this one, about 2 lights on the Christmas tree. We'll see O'Neill leave the start line first. Condello with a little bit of work to do. And O'Neill takes the win, goes 854 with a 0 on an 851, 72 mile an hour.
Yeah, that was a good light. Definitely does help.
Our next pair up, we've got Aubrey Maggs in the aeroflow lane, dialed in with a 7.99, taking on Chloe Rako, dialed in with a 7.69. In the rocket lane. Rako running for her mother and father, was our 2024 track championship a runner-up. Aubrey Maggs running for Speed Flow Performance Products, Atlantic Oils and Road Warrior Trailers. Maggs away with an 0.52 green light. Unfortunately for Rako, left it on the start line. Maggs goes 8.05, 81.
For Chloe, she was close to her dial-in as well.
Yes.
That's never fun.
No, it makes it hard. She got there by 10th across the finish line, but the race unfortunately won on the start line there. Did you have a competitor, Zach, when you were racing that you either really didn't like racing or one that you really liked racing for different reasons?
Well, absolutely hated racing Alex. That was the worst. Like my brother, because you didn't care if you lost, but if you won, you wouldn't hear the end of it.
Yes.
And being the older brother, there's so much pressure. You can't. What am I going to do? Lose to him? Like it's not. Unfortunately, I did. Like I think it was the semi-finals or something. Like.
Oh right, so it was getting pretty close to a trophy.
Yeah, it was getting serious as well.
Yes.
So haven't lived that one down yet. I don't think I will.
So did you win that one or did he?
No, he won.
Oh,
He won. Yeah. So
that comes up whenever you're having a tiff.
yeah, that was.
Yeah.
He still talks about it. So if anyone like, oh, I've got Alex, he's like, oh, Zach, that's good because he can't lose. What's he gonna do?
Wow.
Oh, of course he lost. He's the younger one.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Daniel Carabell and Jacob Bongo, doing battle here. Carabell got there first by 100th, but went too quick there. Zach under the dial in, handing the win back to Longo. Went 8.05 with a 1 on a 7.99.
Yeah, it's tricky when they raced before. It was a bit hotter, completely different conditions. You're not 100% sure what's going to happen, so. Yeah, it's tricky.
Do you guys run a weather station or anything like that?
Yeah, we do.
Your toolkit?
Yeah, we've got a weather station. It's helped sort of notice patterns a bit.
Yep.
But even then, it's tricky to really know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think having the data from, if you're not changing stuff, you can actually come up with a formula that works for 99% of the time, or at least get you close. But if you change stuff all the time, then the data bank does make it hard to come up with that pattern. But of course you need to change to progress, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. All right, moving into junior drag bike, we have Christopher Davidson in the aeroflow lane, dialed in with a 9.64, taking on Adam Jordan, dialed in with a 9.20. These races running Chicago Shootout. Jordan off in hot pursuit, has a little bit of work to do and gets there. Davidson going too fast, a 9.41 with a 4 and a 9.64.
Yeah, big breakout. That one's not great.
Now, of course, the difference with these races is they've got to contend with gear changes and whatnot as well, which is I suppose a luxury you don't have to worry about in junior Dragster, where it's a centrifugal clutch. But you guys miss out on doing smoky burnouts, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Would definitely be cool, but you know what? Definitely a bit easier for us.
057 on the tree for Lincoln Delios in the aeroflow lane, dialed in with the 12.55. Anastasia Lucky off in hot pursuit. She's in the rocket lane, and Lucky will take the win. Delios with a breakout went 12.53 on a 12.55. He got through the finish line first, but under that dial-in, handing the win across to Anastasia. So Anastasia will get the round points, but we'll see all of our junior drag bikes back in the not too distant future for their next round. The junior dragster field has been halved, and we'll see those winners back in the very near future. Well, thank you very much for joining us up here in the box, Zach. I hope you've enjoyed the experience. Feel free to come back again. I think you've done a fantastic job, considering it was a message about 3 minutes before you ran.
Saw the message, told Dad, he's like, oh.
You were saying how cold it was outside. I said come up to the commentary box and chuck you on the mic. You've done a great job, mate. So you can follow the tradition of some of the junior races where we come up and end up commentators. So anytime you feel free, we'll throw you on the mic. So
thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, mate.
Well done.
How good was that, Les?
Yes, that was rather a pleasant insight as I acknowledged that his input, just like little things like changing jets and changing carburetors, and you hear it from other kids, but some of the other kids might say, oh well, you know, like I'm a bit tight in the head, I'm a bit tense and things like that. But it's good to hear the mechanical side and also the the mental side.
Well, definitely. I think every racer does things slightly differently, although the end result is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But every racer looks for different things and I guess thinks of things slightly differently to achieve the same result. That's why they end up with different cars, right? If we're all thinking the same thing, we'd all be racing, the same car doing exactly the same thing. And that is the difference with drag racing compared to some of the other motorsports. The actual rules are a little bit more open to allow that thought process to happen. And it shows that the sport's in good hands when there's people like Zach and his family and all the other racers out there that are trying different things and getting involved and getting hands-on as well.
Yeah.
And we see a 10-1-4 with a 3 for Chevy Taylor to take the win on a 10-1-4 dial-in. So he's only 3 thousandths off with an 032 light.
Yeah.
Sean Sabello in the other lane. Unfortunately, that's his race done for the evening here. Next up, we'll have Nathan Watt in the aeroflow lane, dialed in with an 885. He's in the black VL down there in the aeroflow lane, taking on Carolyn Hayes over there in the rocket lane. Now, Carolyn has been on a bit of a tear today. She's laid down some very good runs in this very nice Holden Tirana with the small block Chev. Of course, a little bit of nitrous on board for her. The car running very, very strongly.
Yes, and Nathan Watt's been, he had a couple of really ripper reaction times, and as he has done here, not sensational, but he'll be able to. Oh, Carolyn's coming back really big time, but Nathan does get the win on his 885. He runs a 933. Gee, that's a bit off at 114. But Carolyn there, I'm not quite sure what happened at .378, which is completely, out of character for her. Who knows? But anyway, she'll live to fight another day. So we look forward to seeing her back at future meetings. Graham Blackman now from Tumbarumba in the aeroflow lane in his little Ford Cortina 347, dialed in with a 1021 up against Mick Little. Mick Little from Forbes dialed in with a 930. And so 930 is quicker than 1021, so Graham Blackman will get the handicap start, Ford versus Holden, the Cortina versus the Tirana. Just how cars were built for the same purpose, going down to smaller sedans, and Graham's rolled through.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame.
Car's been running pretty good today as well, so Little doing all he needs to do. He's just going to cruise on down.
Yes, that's it. He's already won, so.
Yep. He's, this is not his first time here at Sydney Dragway or racing. He's done this thing all around the country. So he's basically just cruised on down.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. Fortunate for Graham there. He's he resprayed the car and sort of given it a good makeover. He's taken it to Queanbeyan Engine Service there. Tim Gruber. Tim's a racer here as well, and a motorhead. So he's trying to do all the right things, but it's just some things. I don't know if it's a fault. It was his fault, or if it was a mechanical fault. I don't know.
Well, I guess that's the thing. It can be something as simple as something just takes your attention for that split second.
Yeah. So we've got Lou Palumba now from Hinchinbrook in the Holden HX, the Chevy 400 in that ute, up against Daniel Malaquin from Condor in the ACT. He's been, I'll go and see the boys there and find out some of the pronunciation of their customers. Lou Palumbo, an 010 reaction time. He'll stay out in front there. Daniel, Lou broke out. He runs a 908 on a 912. Daniel there has a reaction time of a .279. And that's it. We spoke about it with Zach.
Yep.
That was here. He, and he said, what sparks him up and how he attacks, how he handles, from the start and things like that. His mind's going whether he'd like to do the chasing or he'd like to be in front. And when you get in front, and then you can just feather it so you stay in front, or when you're coming from behind, and some people like to win to lead, some people like to jump.
Not too much in this one.
No.
Ross Bilby bringing it to Sean Marr with a small advantage on the start line, but that's usually enough to give him the win. Goes 8.05.26, the margin across the finish line. Marr to take the win at 9.27 with a 1 there, Les.
Yeah.
Bilby put up a fight, but didn't quite get there.
No, Sean Marr, when he's at the top of his game, which is, in percentages, it's right up there. He's a terrific racer, and he just seemed, it doesn't matter, who the guy is next door. I'm sure if it was some import from another country and things like that, he'd treat him exactly the same, and just race to win, as good as he is. Kerry Stewart. in the Aeroflow lane. Gets out, red light, so Alf Axiak, an 0.24 reaction time. Gets the win, runs a 967 on a 965 at 134, and Kerry Stewart there on a 10 flat runs a 1378 at 64. So it's probably easier just to back off, and that was it. She already had the red light. Nathan Cowie in the Suzuki Mighty Boy, small block Chev, dialed in with an 896. Emma Attard in her little LC Tirana. She's been fantastic, this young lady. Dialed in with an 889. 889's quicker, not much difference. Nathan Cowie, though, he's left a .104, and Emma's gone through with an 057. Good win there. She runs an 892 on an 889 at 150, and Nathan an 878 on a 880. No, 887. Yeah, that was. He didn't red light. He didn't break out, and he didn't red light. Now we've got Jim Raptis in the big 69 Dodge Dart, running a 426 Hemi, 7 litre. Dave Gruber, Queanbeyan Engine Service from Gilmore in the ACT, dialed in with a 939. So you'll get the handicaps. Oh, there's nothing in this.
No, nothing at all. Gruber moved over to the centre line on the hit, but has a big margin across the... Had a massive margin between him and Raptors. I think he might have been expecting the big Raptors to maybe sneak around him at the finish line. Went too quick.
Yeah.
Handed the win back to Raptors. The bracket sponsor, Go Logistics, moves into the next round.
Oh, wow.
Adam Hunter, I think it is, down there in the Aeroflow lane, dialed in with a 951 in that XF Falcon, taking on Joe Zammit.
Yeah, Joe Zammit in Super Sedan, started out in Super Street, did really, really well, sort of dominated the class there for a while, and then stepped up to Super Sedan. Here he is here now, dialed in with a 10.15 up against Adam Hunter's 9.51. So Joe Zammit will get the handicap start in his VL Commodore. That's him in the Rocket Lane. Not a bad light either, an 057. Hunter, too much work to do by my calculations with a .259. Yeah, and Hunter there, he even breaks out. But Joe Zammit got there first, runs a 10.25 on a 10.15.
Yeah, you can't give too many races to Joe Zammit by 2/10 and expect the win light to come on.
No.
Unfortunately, just not how it happens with him in the other lane.
That's right. You know, they're seasoned competitors. They know their strengths,
Yep.
and they'll be able to use them against their opposition, which I guess that, you know, it's for all of us in the game of life. Jared Tyrrell up against Victor Satlogianis.
Oh, Tyrrell went for the light at 003. Red was virtually pink, but red is red.
Yeah, all day long.
And Satlogianis would take the win. 9.35 with a 7 with a 9.32. Went 020 green on the tree.
Yeah, pretty good. Only a couple of hundredths out of his dial-in. So Naomi Dyson now from Catherine Field in New South Wales, over in the Aeroflow lane. She's dialed in a 916 in a little Pontiac Firebird there, B&S waterproofing sponsored and Penrite oil sponsored machine. Up against Jim Denaro. Now, Jim's dialed in with 932, Naomi a 916. Well, Jim will get the handicap start here in Super Sedan from Engadina, New South Wales. He's dialed in with 932. So he'll get the handicap start, and you'll see the lights go down in his favour.
Not by much, though. So
No.
Dyson will probably be looking at the rear wheel for most of the run until the last half of the racetrack, I reckon, and then she'll start to bring it in.
It's pretty close thus far. It's at the other end that we'll see what happens. Jim Denaro might get there.
Yes, he does. 9.35 with a 1 on a 9.32. A tenth of a second across the finish line.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Naomi there, she wasn't very far off her dial in, but Jim Denaro there, steady as she goes. Got there first for the win. Michael Milasevich from Craigieburnie, Victoria. Muller's Truck Repairs. Or Muller's. Muller's, double L. So it's a soft sounding U.
Such a fantastic looking Capri down there in the lights here at Sydney Dragway. Like a cherry red, but a little bit deeper.
Deep, yeah.
427 cubed, Windsor power plant on board for him.
Yeah.
869 the dial in, but doesn't really mean too much right here. Not taking it easy.
No.
Left with an 042 red light, 1.2 seconds to the 60.
Gee, that's quick for a Simpson.
870 with a 0 on an 869.
Pretty good,
It's
eh?
becoming 154 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's a good mile an hour too, Steve. Nice little Ford Capri. Now we're going, still.
Also Super Sedan. We must
Yeah.
have had
Must have
someone
no
pull
show.
out after the seating was done.
Yep.
Ooh, big free rev there at the end of the burnout for Chris Papadopoulos in this very nice XY Falcon. 380 cubes of Cleveland power plant in front of the firewall for St. George Auto Care. I think the only giveaway from what I can see up here is a larger set of tyres than what would fit in the standard tub. I reckon is the only giveaway. Still got the Venetian in the back. On a solo, dialed in for a 990, runs a 988 with a 0. And another solo in Super Sedan. So Simon Bonello for RPM Racing, Owls Race Glides, and Pro Street Fabrication.
Well, what's to go there?
I'm not 100% sure. There's, as I say, I think maybe there's been some breakages.
Yeah.
After the seating was completed.
Well, this should be the last run in the Go Logistics Super Sedan.
We've got a Haley down there in the Ford Capri, another licensing run.
Oh, okay, yes, the green machine.
Yes. Bonello on another clean pass, a 1.3 second 60 foot, and a 932 with a 4 at 143 to take the W. Move into the next round.
Looks like Haley's got the.
She's getting more confident in the burnout, that's for sure.
That's for sure, mate. The RPM range was about 50% more than last time, but she seems to be progressing fairly well. Oh, it's good to see that you know, the ladies come in and have a shot.
This car, one very tough race car. I think Al went very low 8s in this car, I think, from memory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Has recently built a another Capri.
Yep.
Much lighter. I think Summer Ranch race cars had a lot to do with that one. 1.7, 60 foot.
Gee, this is a good run.
Haley in the Aeroflow lane. Haley Vella out of the throttle, still runs an 11.7, 79 miles an hour.
Gee, and straight. Oh, I think she was fudging earlier on. Oh, no, you know, just nice and calm and steady as she goes. Probably, well, at her own pace, I guess.
That's exactly right. We don't want to push the person into a situation where they're not comfortable.
Yeah. Gary Franks and that Kuiper race engine, Johnny Kuiper there, the 2007 Ford Mustang with a big block shed, 582 from West Hoxton in New South Wales, Scorpion Racewear and Ostcoil along with Kuiper Race Engines. Gary Franks, I'd say he's having a ball in this car. It has been running on song all meeting long, and I guess through meetings. Well, this is the first one back. I raced I was up here at before I went on a Tuesday. Oh, Gary's all over the shop there. The car's moving around a hell of a lot. Runs a 914 and a 793, so be interesting to see if back in the pits there what the discussion was about. Alison Stewart now in the rocket lane from Queanbeyan in the rear engine dragster. So that's all in the Go Logistics. We're moving into modified Eliminator now. Their elimination rounds, so, and modified. Street bikes.
It's platinum powder coating.
Yep. Yes, platinum powder coating. Modified Eliminator, and pits Alison Stewart up against the Michelle Morrison. Oh, this is the pink car. This gun goer. So Ali Stewart in the rocket lane stole him with a 786, and Michelle Morrison in the aeroflow lane with a 730. 730's quicker. So Alison Stewart in the rocket lane will get the handicap start. So you'll see the lights go down in her favour. They'll come up first, go down first, and Michelle Morrison to do the chasing.
It'll be interesting for Alison at the top end of the racetrack. She will probably need to stay in the throttle to make sure that Morrison doesn't sneak the win light just at the very end. That big block Chev, I mean, there's about half a second between the two cars. I'm fairly certain that Stewart will be aware that Morrison is there, but it will be probably that last 1,000 feet that the ET differences will really show.
Yes, well, this is where the top end comes in, and like a 730 out of that. Oh, look at the 054 and an 060. We've got a race on our hands here, young Steve.
That we do. There's 7,000ths of a second in the line, and Morrison takes it. Got there by 700ths of a second. 732 in the 6 on the 730 to take the win. She made up the small loss on the start line.
Yeah. But, yeah, well, Ali Stewart was a 10th over a Darling.
I'm wondering if some of the teams have noticed that there's been a lot of breakouts and perhaps dropped the dial in a little bit just at the last minute. Could
be. Could very well be. Because that's all we saw.
Yes.
Wasn't it? Breakout.
And I mean, in this class, you've only got to be a fraction off and you're on the trailer.
Anyway.
It doesn't matter whether it's a national event or a track event. You know, the races bring their A game, and you know they're all thousandths of a second win or loss.
Yeah. Yeah, the losses by the smallest of margins, so it would seem. Chelsea Smith, 759. She's quick. Jess Turner will get the handicap start. Chelsea Smith with that big block Chev 540 cube. Jess Turner in a small block Chev 430. That's why she's dialed in with a 771. So she'll get the handicap start over there in the aeroflow lane. That's her. And Chelsea Smith in the rocket lane. Here we go. Clean greens, a 199 for Chelsea Smith. Jess Turner will seize on that, an 019, and she does, because Chelsea Smith went a 757 on the 759, trying to claw back some of that advantage. The 778 on the 771 for Jess Turner puts her into the next round of eliminations. So, well, coming thick and fast here. There's some great racing here. Platinum powder coating. Brooke Raposada now. And we've got, I think it's that Corvette. Brooke Raposada in the rear engine dragster. VP Racing Fuels. It's got front engine, but it's now a rear engine. She's dialed in with 714. Car in the aeroflow lane, that Corvette, I think it's a Corvette from the looks here, can't tell. It's dark. We'll get the handicap start. Brooke Rapsada. Oh, gee whiz, look at that. No, that Brooke won't make it. Not with that, unless the other car breaks out. No, runs a 890 on an 884 and an 019 reaction time. Unfortunately for Brooke, dialed in with the 714, ran a 715, but a .478 reaction time. She'll be furious, be fuming. Peter Brown, Appa, New South Wales. Sims Integrated Solutions, BK Race Engines, ProTrans and RaceMax Direct. Denaro Dragster running a Chevy 540. Captain consistent. This guy is just methodical and he's great to watch. It's nice. He leaves, must have a really, really good system, or, well, I'd say a really good mindset to be so consistent. Peter Brown, Danielle McCaskill from Kirrawee, New South Wales, running for the Torquay Hotel Harvey Bay in the NSW Dragster Chevy 555. Dialed in with the 733. Peter Brown just a tad slower than that. He's got a 540 cubic inch engine in the rear of his Dragster, dialed in with a 761. So he's slower and will get the handicap start. Danielle McCaskill in that big Dragster there to do the chasing. Both A-modified Dragsters, both rear engine. So we see Danielle McCaskill in the rocket lane, go in first. Peter Brown, Peter's in, Brown's in. Oh, he's gone out. Oh, I thought he might have, wouldn't read a deep stage. It's gone out again, something. Well, Danielle McCaskill's in full stage and the lights don't appear to be working in Peter Brown's. Might have some mice in there, in that hole. There's a tree issue. Nothing doing here. Shut off. We're going to have another go. Here we go. McCaskill, Danielle McCaskill. Oh, both are in now. No, it wasn't a... see, well, Peter Brown, see, he's in and out. The in and out burger, see? It won't go down on his side. Only lights the top light and then goes out. Whereas Danielle gets both lights.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Rosso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Shannon's is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle Sport Chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannon's.
Out here, you get time to think about life's big questions, like where do all the flies come from? Do trains of thought have a destination? And another thing, how does an engine keep going? Out here, well, that was an easy...
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, Be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Rosso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days, and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years, and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need, and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Shannon's is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle Sport Chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannon's.
Out here, you get time to think about life's big questions, like where do all the flies come from? Do trains of thought have a destination? And another thing, how does an engine...
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, 1 unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Rosso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days, and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years, and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need, and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Shannon's is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannon's.
Out here, you get time to think about life's big questions, like where do all the flies come from? Do trains of thought have a destination? And another thing, how does an engine keep going out here?
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, 1 unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, Be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Rosso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days, and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years, and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need, and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks, and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Shannon's is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle Sport Chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannon's.
Out here, you get time to think about life's big questions, like where do all the flies come from? Do trains of thought have a destination? And another thing, how does an engine keep going?
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Rosso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Hey everyone, are you in business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Shannon's is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannon's.
Out here, you get time to think about life's big questions, like where do all the flies come from? Do trains of thought have a destination? And another thing, how does an engine keep going out here?
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into Street Fighter class. Pietro Tilla Kiriko from Cecil Hills in the VF Commodore taking on Glenn Featherstone from Carlingford in the VZ. They both broke out, but it looks like Glenn didn't break out as much, so he takes the win here with a 15-1. As we move into our next two, Sean Dartnell taking on William McNamara. Williams here from Fireline Motorsports and McNamara Motorsports.
A little bit of a head start going to Dartnell in the reaction times. McNamara with a little bit to do, Adam. We'll come down to who is the most consistent here and closest to the dial-in.
It looks pretty close, Bushy, and there's a second difference here. So someone's going to... Oh!
McNamara got there first by 800ths, but too quick.
Yeah.
Double breakout. Dartnell takes the win.
So, over by 0.08.
Absolutely nothing in it.
Neelis Marillis in the Falcon, one of our regulars here on Wednesday nights as well, is taking on Cheryl Ogen in the green VE, representing Black Market Designs. Nicholas dialed in with a 1475. Cheryl's dialed in with a 1580.
So Nicholas in the airflow lane will be doing the chasing. We had a couple of Virillises racing on Wednesday night.
We have, mate. We have. And I think they're all in Falcons, isn't it?
Yes, it's definitely a
silver
Ford family.
G6E and the white. Yeah, yeah.
You don't turn up there with a GM-based car. You're like, no.
All right.
Out you go.
So, as Cheryl takes off, Nicholas in for the chase.
Nicholas slightly worse off with the reaction time. Will come down to consistency of the car.
He might have gone around here, Bushy, looking at the numbers.
Another
he broke out.
Got there by nearly 2/10, but too quick. Adam, 14.64 with a 3 on a 14.75. Ogden with the win.
All right. Megan White, the Holden Tracks from Fine Line Motorsports and McNamara Motorsports, taking on Michael Sahara.
I can't see if the writing is still on the window that we saw
It's
before.
still there, Bushy?
It is it? Okay.
As the pair going to stage.
I'd love to see a win, so...
We'll go 17.8 with Megan and a 15.7 here with Michael. So Michael's just got a 2 and a bit second there. Hold back. So now it's just put your foot to the floor and hope.
Yeah, the Trax is out
and
in front.
don't go over.
The Trax is out in front. Still out in front. Still out in front.
Yeah.
Oh, White was on the brakes. 2.5 tenths too quick.
772 on a 1780.
I joked with her and said, you need more horsepower. That's what she's found in the cooler air, Adam, but too much. Too much.
It just goes to show the track prep is good when it's good weather too, isn't it?
Yes, exactly right.
So everyone's smashing their times now because the air's changed. As Christopher Varellis comes in with the Silver Falcon I spoke about 2 seconds ago, and when I could just look downstairs. Fiona Chris in the Ford Ranger. Fiona's got a 16.7. Chris has got a 14.5. So we'll see Fiona leave first.
Yep, the Ranger will be chased by Varillis.
Oh, you let lit. Oh, no.
Didn't need to either.
So hopefully Fiona doesn't just keep going and break out though. But
Well, she's already won, mate. So the only thing she could do to lose is cross the centre line or touch the wall or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Which possible, but very, very unlikely. Fiona pretty experienced.
Well, Bushy, I'm going to hand it back to Les because I've had too much excitement for 5 minutes.
Okay, no worries. Danny Stadelmeyer on the solo in the AU Falcon. 1360 the dial in here, this manually shifted AU.
Back on the mic again, or back on the road again. Danny Stadelmeyer for his solo run. Gets out.
Away with a 1-2-4 red light, but on the solo, he's going to take the win. He's looking for a 1360 or thereabouts. Knows what this car will do anyway. 1355 with a 7, so just fractionally too quick. Which is good for him. That's a good indication of where his car sits in the current weather conditions. Yep, that's exactly right, Adam. A bit more R&D.
Yep, well that was a good chance because he red lit and he broke out, so he'll be able to make the necessary adjustments in mechanical and mind. Adrian Watson now we're into street bike.
Yep, of course brought to us by Heavy Duty Magazine. Eliminations 1 of 4.
Wow, what a screamer. Oh, that's it.
Yep.
Oh, 600cc.
Yep, Adrian Watson down there for Shed Built Racing. You hear the distinct scream of that 600. Puckeridge leaving an 074 red light on the tree. Watson taking it easy.
Yeah, he'll be moseying on down. Listen to it. Yeah, Watson on the 1060. Yep.
That'll be another one where the spark plug's just a constant.
Yeah, just a line,
Yeah.
a line of fire just between the anode and the and the base. Colin Northcott in the Ducati Diavel, 1198 cc's from Bass Hill, and doled him with 1037 in the Rocket Lane up against Robbie Gilb. Robbie from Wandandian has got the Kawasaki ZZR 1100. Oh no, Gilby, red lid. Colin Northcourt coat, a 080 automatic winner. So Robbie there might get started. It's a fairly decent drive down to Wandandian from here. He says to be at 4 hours.
Oh, wow. Harvey Davidson with another big burnout down there on the Suzuki SV1000. Running for All Care Car Services. 11:42. Taking on Ross van der Hoek. Van der Hoek on the Kawasaki. Only 900 cc's for him. Dialed in with a 13.30.
Yes.
Very much a street cruiser style bike.
Yes, well, he'll get the handicap start, 13:30, and Albie Davidson in the Rocket Lane to do the chasing there. So he'll need to have a fairly good reaction time, and both of them will. I think yeah, I don't know. Here we go. Oh, just waiting. I didn't see those track cleaners.
Yeah, I had to
10
look,
to 30.
I had to look twice too. They're just doing a little bit of mopping around the 60-foot mark down there.
All right, we're continuing with the program here in Street Bike, brought to us by the good folks at Heavy Duty Magazine. Albie Davidson over there in the rocket lane, dialed in with 11:42 up against Ross van der Hoek from St Mary's in the Kawasaki Z900, dialed in with a 13:30. Good reaction time too from Ross van der Hoek, a 0:48. So Albie Davidson with his point 108's got a bit of work to do, but it looks like Van der Hoek has succumbed to some mechanical failure.
Yeah, the bike looked a bit loose on the head of the throttle, but got around about half track, I'd say, and then has just coasted from there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's missed a gear or something more.
Yeah.
More. Is that possible on a bike to miss a gear?
Yeah.
Yep.
Easy. It's
okay, I'm only asking because I've never ridden a bike.
No.
Don't plan.
Haven't you?
Don't plan on it.
Oh, don't you? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, no, so Albie Davidson on his 11:42 runs a 12:58. Well, he could see that the fledgling Van der Hoek was encountering drama, so just cruised on down. Andrew Richards now in the rocket lane. Dialed in with a 13 flat from St Ives, Indian Scout. It's a V2, 1130 cc's. It's pretty big. Sponsored by Richards Racing and Team Digger. Just solo for Andrew. Gets out with a .123 reaction time. That goes pretty quick, that Indian Scout.
Yeah, 2 seconds to the 60 foot, 8.3 to the 8th mile, 83 mile an hour, so comparable to probably a C Junior Dragster. Through the finish line, 13.04, B Junior Dragster, 13.04 with a 7.101 across the finish line on a 13 flat. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that went quicker than I thought it was going to go. But 1130 cc's, and I guess it's got modern day technology associated with it. Gone are the old Indian days where they were just a couple of stages behind Harley Davidson's back in the day.
A little bit more basic.
Yeah. Alan Stevenson now in the rocket lane in Super Street. We're back around to Super Street, and so that should be their second round of eliminations, which pits Alan Stevenson in the rocket lane, dial in 1044, Holden HB Tirana with a Holden 308 in it, up against Jack Matosevic. Forward.
Matosevic away with an 007 light.
Whew.
Stevenson with a 107. And Jack will take the win, gets there by a 10th, and takes the scalp. 11.39 on 11.38.
Gee, that's pretty good.
Yep.
And a 007 light. Hey. Okay, now it's, I guess, brother David Matosevic. The Ford TD Cortina with a Windsor 363. Dialed in with a 1052 when he comes up to the line, and he's drawn Adam Bowers as his combatant in the Aeroflow lane. Dial in at 10:02 in the Holden Commodore small block Chev 414 cubic inch powered machine. But just still in the water boxes there, just waiting for the red lights. There seems to be an issue somewhere. Someone's not probably clear of the track yet, but the lights are off, just waiting for the word from the deep end. Here we go. Yeah, Adam Bauer straight into it. Ooh, David Matosevic. He's in the Ford TD Cortina. Pretty sharp little car. I had a look at it when I was going downstairs down there. A bit of a mosey around. Very sharp. Okay. Here we go, both cars in. Oh, Bauer's there, very uncharacteristic red light, a 0.91. Matosevic, he'll be happy about that. Oh, he had a good light anyway, a 0.36 on his 1052, runs a 1052 with a 9 thousandths over, thanks very much.
Total package there.
Yeah.
45 thousandths of a second, Les.
Yeah, gee whiz.
That's going to win you most races 99% of the time.
Yeah. Oh, now Dave McGlynn. Oh, Greyhound, Bruce Ritchie's drawn Dave McGlynn. So it's a Chevy 434 against a Chevy 572, but that big Bel Air, 66 Bel Air, it's probably a 3,700 pound car, especially with that big engine in it. From Lyons in the ACT, and Dave McGlynn from Morisset, just up the road a bit. HQ Monaro. Well, Bruce Ritchie red lit, so handing automatic win to Dave McGlynn. So his day and evening's racing is over for Bruce Ritchie, so he'll probably pack the car on the back of the flatbed and head off home. So Richard Matosevic from Bringelly in the Modern Style Kitchens Ford XY Ute, running a Clevo 434, dialed in with a 1059. Chris Hood in that 79, that green Ford XC Falcon. It's got a Barra 4 litre turbo in it, dialed in with a 1040. He's the quicker of the two, so the Rocket Lane, Richard Matosevic, will get the handicap start. 1040 to a 1059. Not much difference. You'll see a stagger between the lights. There it goes, both clean greens, an 079 and an 092. Matosevic in the Rocket Lane at the 92. He seems to be ahead at the moment. I don't know what's going to... Yeah, he does take it. He gets there first too. Runs a 1061 on a 1059 at 121 miles an hour. And Chris Wood there on his 1040 runs a 1059. He was a bit far off from his dial in there, so Matosevic into the next round. Adam James now from Calderwood in the Ford XY Ute, running a Clevo 393, up against Aidan Stutchbury. And Aidan's dialed in with a 1077, so he's the slower of the two, so we'll get Aidan Stutchbury will get the handicap start over there in the Aeroflow lane, but runs a red light, produces a red light, 099, and Adam James there at 135, breaks out, but that doesn't affect his efforts at all. First is worst.
And your thought of running the orange ute versus the yellow one is still alive.
Yeah.
The chances of it happening are getting better and better.
Better and better, yeah.
Our next pair up is Luke Pele in the Aeroflow lane in the HZ Utility. 6.2 litre LS on board, dialed in with a 1095, taking on Sammy Joe Johnson. Johnson racing for Dialed In Racing. raffia scaffolding and shift right gearboxes. This is a pretty new build for Sammy and the team. Getting more and more experience in the car, of course, reacting a little bit differently to the Commodore used to, the red Commodore that she raced, because this one has it's a little bit lighter by some 300 kilos or thereabouts. Also got a cage and everything in it, and she's just gone 047 red, handing the wing to Pele in the HZ Ute. The Sandman claims the scalp.
Oh, she's done the double barrel. Well, see how they've set up. If that had been, you know, like in the red, you know, like it moves up and down. And if they appear to, well, when they do red light, they usually charge on. So she's gone earlier, and they go earlier, and it moves up and down. So it's every time. It's in most cases here, a red light does also indicate a breakout.
Yes, but
because they went early.
But, well, no, the reaction time makes no difference to the ET. It's just that they're not backing off at the finish line to save the dialing. 080, the reaction time for Hopkins. 10.79 with a 0, the dial-in for the Tirana in the rocket lane. Boardman in the aeroflow lane will not take the win with a 10.70. He's left the red light, 072 red, Les, so nearly a 10th difference in the reaction times. Next up we have Lachlan McCaskill in the Holden VS Commodore Utility. Supercharged 3.8 litre V6 on board for him. 12.73 the dial in. Robert Gallotta in the trackside automotive LJ Tirana. He's dialed in with a 10.60. 2 seconds head start going to the Commodore Ute. McCaskill with a slightly better reaction time.
Yes, the Gallotta's hard charging top end, but
McCaskill got there by 300ths. The brake lights just came on as he crossed the finish line. Gallotta went too quick.
Yep.
Trying to make up that difference on the light, and but McCaskill won that fair and square. That concludes that round of racing for our Super Street competitors for Power Plus Race Fuels.
Yeah, Power Plus. Okay, Power Plus Race Fuels. Very good. Okay, Sean O'Ricketts from the winner of the 2024 New South Wales Championship in a modified bike. And dialed in with a 922, Jesse Barnes in that Suzuki GSX 1300. Also Pro Tune Motorcycles and DeWood interior sponsorship, and Sean Ricketts there, Heavy Duty Magazine, and winner of 2024 New South Wales Championship in this bracket. Sean's dialed in with 922, Jesse Barnes 10.15. Oh, Jesse Barnes got the advantage here. Not by much, but it's still an advantage. Oh, Jesse broke out and Sean drove around him. Oh, Jesse got there first, but too quick. Ran a 10.08. Jimmy Jock Stewart in the rocket lane on that Kawasaki ZX 14R. Dialed in 980 in the rocket lane. AJ Stewart from Moorbank in the Suzuki GSX 1000 in the aeroflow lane. Dialed in with an 866. So Jimmy Jock Stewart. It's 980 is slower than the 866, so in the rocket lane we'll get the handicap start. Down comes the light, clean green, 327 reaction time. What happened there?
AJ's dropped the bike. There was a lot of smoke on the launch there, and then I'm not quite sure. Looked like something.
Gee, the bike's still going down there in some form.
That was a weird scenario. It looks like the bike has continued to slide on down the racetrack. I can't really describe what I saw, Liz. It was a bit of a strange. There was a lot of smoke coming out of off the back tyre, and then the next thing was almost like the gearbox locked up, or something. I don't know. I'm only speculating.
Gee, well,
but AJ on the racing surface there, the ambulance and safety team are about to reach him.
Did he get up? I can see something lying on the ground.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just letting everybody know that obviously there has been an incident on the racing track here this evening. We're just going to give all of the medical staff the time they need to see to the rider's condition, and as soon as we're aware of any updates, we'll bring them to you, to the people at the venue and also those watching at home on the live stream. But in the meantime, we will just go to a few ads from some of our supporting partners here at Sydney Dragway. Les and I will be back with you as soon as possible.
Business for yourself? Maybe you own and run a transport business and are eyeing off a new truck or trailer, or maybe you're a tradesman needing another essential tool. Well, here's a game changer for you. Check out Credit One Equipment Finance. They are Australia's top choice for financing for good reason. Whether it's transport, construction, farming, or any trade, Credit One Equipment Finance is perfect for your business. No matter your industry or equipment needs, Credit One Equipment Finance is your go-to solution. They understand that growing your business means having the right equipment and tools, which often requires substantial investment. With Credit One's diverse finance options, you can acquire your excavator, van, truck, crane, or whatever your job demands. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out over 1,800 glowing 5-star reviews on Google. That's right, 1,800 and counting. For competitive rates and solutions that beat the banks, and for lightning fast loan approvals, visit www.creditoneequipmentfinance.com.au or click the link in the video description below. Empower your business today with Credit One Equipment Finance.
Shannon's is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannon's.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Shaun Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, 1 unwavering passion. Speed Float, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've just received some word from our meeting director. I've been told that the rider is okay and is conscious. He is being transported to hospital for observation, but due to the cleanup required on the racing surface, the meeting director has made a decision to finish up tonight's race meeting. So unfortunately, that will be the end of racing for tonight. On behalf of Les and myself, thank you very much for your patience with the mishaps that we've had today. There's been some fantastic racing, but just due to the time lost, we're not going to be able to conclude tonight's racing. So keep your eyes on the track's website. Of course, next weekend is the Top Fuel and Nitro Funny Car Grand Final, where we see the Grand Final for some of our professional categories and also our Aeroflow sportsman categories. That is, of course, next Saturday, the 23rd of August here at Sydney Dragway. If you'd like to get some tickets, if you haven't already, check out ndrc.tv and follow the links to grab your tickets. Adam and I will see you next Wednesday night, of course, for the Aeroflow race for real, which of course will be the comp night. So if you'd like to come along and compete at that one, put your entries in ASAP. The spots for that are fairly limited, but we will be back here at Sydney Dragway next Wednesday night for the Aeroflow Race for Real comp night, the 27th of August. Keep your eyes on the track's website for all of the upcoming events. Of course, the Nitro event next weekend, the comp night for next Wednesday. We've also got the Bangers and Mash coming up in early September, and that also is shaping up to be a fantastic event, the 20th of September here at Sydney Dragway, where we'll see a little bit more Nitro. We'll have Nitro-fueled Altereds and Nostalgia Dragsters, along with a Nostalgia Pro Stock class, vintage gases, hot rods, a swap meet, vintage and veteran racing, along with live music. Of course, that is the 20th of September. If you haven't already entered, come along and enjoy the festivities. I'd like to thank Les Binkhurst for coming to Sydney Dragway to assist with the commentary team today. I've really appreciated your help.
Yeah, it's been a great pleasure as usual, Steve.
Thank you very much, Les. Thank you to Adam Heron in our production suite's done a fantastic job. Also jumping into a little bit of commentary. Thanks to Zach Rafalo for coming up and jumping on the mic. Unprepared, I guess.
Yeah.
For Junior Drags has done a fantastic job, I think. So thank you for your little bit of assistance there. Thank you to all of our track staff who've endured the different conditions out there today, as we always see this time of year. Without you guys, we wouldn't be racing. Thank you very much to all of our competitors that entered today's race meeting, all of our patrons that came along to the venue to watch live, to all of our viewers that watched on our two live stream platforms, Facebook and the YouTube channels. Thank you very much. Look forward to your company next week. Until next time, be safe on the roads, and we'll see you all soon.